What's going on, guys? In this video, I'm going to talk about my 3 most memorable moments from basic training. Now, before I start, I do just want to say I am literally hammering out some videos right now. I don't know what order this is going to be in the sequence of videos that I'm going to upload while I'm training right now out in the woods of Fort Knox, but yeah, I'm just hammering out some videos. So if you guys are enjoying them, that like button would be, really awesome. You should hit that like button. That would be really cool. So my 3 most memorable moments at basic training. Now, the reason I picked these is because these are my 3 most memorable moments, and I literally remember these moments like they were just like they happened yesterday, and I can talk about these pretty easily. Now, the first one of the most things I was looking forward to before I even started basic training, that was pugals. Which, if you guys don't know what pugals is, this is the activity at basic training where you kind of get dressed up like a football player or whatever, and you put on a helmet, and you get these little sticks that have pads on the end. So it's like a broomstick with pads on the end, and you basically beat each other up, right? And you're supposed to teach kind of like fighting with a rifle. So they kind of teach you literally like 2 moves. They teach you 2 moves, only 2, with the pugal. And it's kind of like just a hit up and a smackdown. Not complicated whatsoever. And one of the reasons I was looking forward to this was because I was really just looking forward to beating some people up, right? So I had done MMA and stuff for a little bit before I had left for basic training, and I had increased my fighting skills, and so I was kind of looking forward to this whole, pugils thing of getting to actually hit somebody. Now, at basic training, there was this one guy who, for one reason or the other, did not like me very much. I seriously have no clue why. Like, I really don't. Actually, I do remember why. We were doing a counter column march, and which is, you guys will learn what it is. I don't even need to explain it, but it's a certain little marching thing you do. And we're doing a counter column march. And I was behind him in the formation when we were walking, and he was about to turn the wrong way, right? And I don't want to get yelled at or anything or get in trouble for anything, but the bimbo himself turned the wrong way. So I very politely just grabbed his shoulders and was just like, turn, right? And I think that's really what did it. I mean, it was seriously like the most innocent thing ever, and he got like super duper pissed. Like he was just gonna kill me or something after I did that, and he was like, "Don't ever touch me," blah blah blah. And I was like, "Chill out, dude. You were just about to do the wrong thing, and I was just trying to help you." And so, anyways, that's what that little background story is. Then it comes around to pugals time, which we get to hit each other, and I was like, "This is awesome. This is so cool. We get to actually hit somebody." And lucky for me, the drill sergeant picked somebody to pick the first person that they want to go against, right? So the drill sergeants picked a person, and they said, pick whoever you want to fight against. Well, our drill sergeant picked that guy who didn't like me very much, for the dumbest reason in the world. I was just trying to help him out. And he picked me to go against him. And I was like, this is awesome. I'm going to beat you the crap up. Like, this is so amazing. And I only weighed, like, just so you guys know the weight difference, he was a little bit shorter than me, and he weighed like 5 pounds less than me, so it was pretty much even. I was like just a little bit taller and had like an extra hand of weight, because your hand weighs like, I don't know, 5 pounds, and that's like how much weight I had, so that was really no difference. So we get we get ready. You have to put like a cup on, like a baseball cup, and a football helmet and a mouthpiece and stuff, and we started to fight, right? Fighting has a certain little bit of a style to it, and you kind of learn certain ways to fake people out or dodge certain things. And I think some of those MMA skills I had kind of carried over, and it was one of the greatest days of basic training, because whenever I had told people beforehand, before we started, like, I'm literally gonna beat his face into the ground, I literally beat his face into the ground, and it was just like amazing, right? And there's like 3 rounds to the whole thing. You kind of get together, the drill sergeant's like, go, and you just go at it, hitting each other. And I don't even think he ever hit me. I think I knocked him like just literally clear across the face, knocked him on the ground. You just like body turned vertical. I did that like multiple times, and then whenever he'd be on the ground, I'm just like bang, 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 just like that. Totally made everything bright. But I was just going to town, and I was having a blast, right? Like this was just freaking awesome. I was like, come at me, bro. I'm just gonna hit you again. I knocked his mouthpiece and stuff out with a helmet on. Knocked his mouthpiece out. Broke the straps. It was so much fun, guys. That was just so. I just can't even explain how fun that is to have somebody who doesn't like you or something that then treats you like crap or whatever, and then picks you to fight against, and then you just totally destroy him. Even though I knew I was gonna destroy him, because I'm not horrible at fighting. I'm just gonna say that, and it was just so much fun. Plus, I'm not one of those people that, even though I kind of did a little bit of a humble brag, but I'm like at basic training, like nobody knew that I had any fighting experience whatsoever. So that was just awesome. So that's first little, most memorable moment of basic training. So the second most memorable moment for me at basic training had to do with a bet and me winning $300 for somebody to just, lose his bet or whatever. But the little background story to this story is, at this point, I was the platoon leader of my platoon at this point, and we had been out at the range, and I guess it had just been a long day, and this dude was all upset and whatnot. And if you guys didn't know, I am a Christian, and I don't curse and stuff at all, like, or whatever. I'll say freaking or whatever, dang it, and crap, which are not like, the 4-letter curse words that people always talk about. And this other guy was arguing with me about how he was a better Christian than me or something. And even though that's not something you argue about, he was arguing about it. And I was like, yeah, whatever, dude. And, he was like, you want to bet? And I'm like, yeah, sure. And he was like, I'll bet you $100 that I won't curse for the rest of this cycle. And the cycle is the entirety of basic training. And we had like, 6 weeks of basic training left. So it was like a long time. And this dude cursed like a lot. And he made a bet with me, $100 bet with me, that he wasn't going to curse for the rest of basic training. I was like, deal. And this whole thing happened in front of the entire platoon, so they all knew about it. And I was like, guys, hold him to it. If he curses, then you'll let me know. And then I think a day or two goes by, and he hasn't cursed, and he's like, you want to raise the bet to $200? And I was like, sure. And then a couple more days go by, and he's like, you want to raise the bet to $300? And I was like, yeah, I do not think you're not going to curse for the rest of basic training. And a couple days later, I think he cursed, and I heard him. I called him out on it, but he was like, nah, I didn't curse, whatever. And I was like, whatever. And about a week later, he came up to me and was like, dude, just want to let you know I cursed. And that was me popping my thumb, but he let me know that he cursed. And I was like, oh, okay, so you cursed, you lost the bet, now you owe me $300. Well, that week was like the t-shirt day at basic training, where they had a whole bunch of people come and sell t-shirts and stuff like that. So being the nice guy that I am, I told him, I was like, how about this? Instead of you giving me $300 cash, which he was totally about to go to the ATM and do, I was like, how about I just order, $200-ish worth of stuff. Like, I had gone through the list of all these things that I wanted, all these t-shirts and some shorts and stuff that I wanted, and it was about like $220. And I was like, how about you just pay for that, and then we'll just call it a deal, right? So, crazy enough, somebody actually came forward with they're losing their bet. He paid for my clothes that I got at basic training, and like, that just blows my mind. So, a lot of respect to him for actually following through with a $300 or $220 bet that he lost, because usually people were like, oh, I'll bet you $20 something, and then they don't follow through with it, especially something as high as a couple $100. So that is something really memorable that happened at basic training. That's probably not going to happen to a lot of you guys, which is, betting some money. And, I didn't talk about too much, but the drill sergeants were even in on it. And my head drill sergeant had asked me about it. He's like, is this really going on? Do you really have a $300 bet out that he won't curse? And I was like, yeah, that's really going on. And he's like, all right, well, I'll keep an eye out on him. And it was kind of funny because the next couple of days he was kind of, talking to him, and he was like, do you want to curse? Say the F word, say the S word, and it was really funny. So that whole experience was really memorable for me at basic. The last thing at basic training is, I'm kind of going to roll it up in two because I kind of just thought of another one, but the end of basic training. Now, it's kind of a cop out to this whole most memorable moment, but the final ruck march, getting to the end, was one of the craziest and most, amazing feelings to be done with the 16K ruck march, which was really about 20 kilometers. But finishing that thing, they popped a whole bunch of smoke grenades, and they were shooting off weapons and doing all this crazy freaking stuff. Whenever we got back from the 16K ruck march, that was just really, really cool. And I remember that like it was yesterday, because not only was it just awesome, but the feeling that you get knowing that you're done is just, it's like unreal. Like, it's just crazy going through all of this crap that a lot of you guys are about to go through, going through all of that crap, finishing the final ruck march. The last thing you have to do really it's just like a feeling like you guys will know. It's just awesome. Now, the little bonus, the top fourth thing that I remember from basic training is the last day. Just the whole graduating ceremony, actually standing out there, doing everything. I literally remember everything like it was like crystal clear. Now, maybe my mind's tricking me or whatever, but it was awesome being at Fort Benning, back behind, I can't remember what it's called. Is it Pomeroy Field or something? But behind the field, before you walk up, before you do the whole graduation ceremony, just that whole experience of being there, the feeling of being done. Like I said with the whole ruck march, but this was just like all of basic training. Never have to do this crap again. Except for right now, I'm in Kentucky doing a little bit of officer basic training, but as far as basic BCT goes, I never had to do it again, and that was just the most amazing thing ever. And just the sense of accomplishment that you feel whenever people ask me what's your best accomplishment you've ever done, and that is basic training. And you're just knowing that 1 to 2% of people, or really just 1% of people, make it through basic training of the whole country. Not that 100% applied, but just knowing that you did something that such a small percentage of people ever get to do or experience. It was just really, really, really cool. So that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, like it. If you have any questions, comment down below. I'll answer them as soon as I can. And if you want to check out some more videos in the future, hit that subscribe button. That would be freaking awesome. So I will see you guys later.